I have just a few more graphic novels to share to close out the nonfiction titles we have in our graphic novel collection here at Albany High. And I'm going to start with the Mouse 1 and Mouse 2 by Art Spiegelman. So Art Spiegelman's parents were Holocaust survivors from the concentration camp at Auschwitz. Art burst onto the scene in the 1980s with this graphic novel that won the Pulitzer Prize. In fact, for literature in 1992, much to the amazement of readers everywhere. This graphic novel is haunting. As you can see, the Nazis in this graphic novel are the cats, and the Jewish people are the mice. And of course, the cats hunt the mice. Art Spiegelman depicts the different horrific conditions and situations that his parents were in and how they suffered, and shares that out based on anecdotal conversations that he had with them both. His parents both came home from the war and resettled in America, but they weren't well. Mental health issues were significant in both of his parents, and that he fleshes out in Mouse number 1. In the second one, he goes into further detail about more specific incidents that took place. But this graphic novel set revolutionized the genre and really sparked graphic novels in America for young adult and adult readers. This is the first graphic novel that I ever read, and I loved it despite its significantly painful content. The next set is called March 1 and March 2. This is profiling the work of civil rights activist John Lewis in the 1960s. And in both cases follows multiple different events that took place that he participated in with Martin Luther King. And in the second one profiles the Freedom Riders and the freedom rides that he took in addition to the March on Washington. This set came out in the last year and has to tremendous acclaim. The final set is Persepolis 1 and 2. This is Marjane Satrapi. Marjane grew up in the 1970s in Iran, and it was also at the beginnings of the Islamic Revolution. She went from living in a very progressive community to having to wear the veil and being admonished by police from the Department of Vice. So her parents were part of the resistance, and her mother wrote for an underground newspaper, and their lives really were in danger. So her parents sent her to boarding school in Vienna, and then she talks about what it's like to be a teenager, not in her own homeland, separated from her family, after experiencing the Islamic Revolution in Iran at that time. Persepolis 2 picks up where she left off as a teenager, her living in France, and her experiences as a young adult after that. But this was also made into a movie, a cartoonized movie, and it's an excellent choice. A lot of our ENL kids can really relate to some of the strife coming from their communities en route to America. So that's Persepolis 1 and 2. That's going to wrap up the book talks for my nonfiction graphic novels. These will all be posted to our Falcon Librarian page. Thanks for listening.